Why do I feel so down? Why do I feel so blue? Why do I feel so blue? I need a meal like you. I need some bitches, some friends, and some jewelry. I'm trying to get like you. Sign me a deal like you.
YouTube fam, what is good? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy JB with another vlog. But before we get into this vlog, let's talk about something real quick. I get a lot of questions about how I am able to afford this apartment that I am in, which I truly love and truly am blessed to have, and what I do for a living. First and foremost, let's get what I do for a living out the way. Let's tap in real quick, you and I. Let's tap in real quick. Let's get serious for a second. Let's get an understanding on how I got here and how you can get to where you need to be, right? So if we think about life, we only got one. We only got one life to live. Come close. We only have one life to live, so you better get serious. You better get serious. Here's a couple of things you need to know. Number one, stay prayed up at all times. Stay prayed up. I don't care who you believe in. Stay prayed up. Number two, one of the most important things that you'll need to know, period. One of the most important things that you'll need to know is you have to visualize the life that you want to live. You have to see it before you see it. When I was living in a studio apartment in Koreatown here in LA, yes, that was my reality, but that's not what I was seeing at all. I wasn't seeing this small studio, which I really actually love that studio, but I wasn't seeing that. I was visualizing living in a apartment overlooking the city that had floor to ceiling windows. My reality was there, but my vision was here. You get what I'm saying? Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. You have to visualize the life that you want to live. Every single ounce of it, every single small detail, you have to visualize it. You have to see it before you see it. Whether it be a car, whether it be a house, whether it be a wife, whatever it is that you want, you have to have, and you gotta get it. You got one life to live. Only one, only one. So stop playing with it. Stop playing with it. Number three, hard work. Yes, visualize the life that you wanna live, but you gotta put the work in. You have to put the work in. Faith without work is dead. You're not gonna get where you wanna get to if you're not gonna put in the work. You can visualize and pray about it all day, but if you're not gonna put in the work, guess what? You're not gonna get it. Stay prayed up. Visualize the life that you wanna live. See it before you see it. I might check in with y'all every week to see if y'all are actually visualizing the life you wanna live. And number three, hard work. Put the work in. Put the work in and you'll get it. So it's much less about what I do for a living, because what I do for a living is what you see right here, right? It's much less about that, but more about visualizing where I wanna be, what I wanna see, what I wanna do, where I wanna travel, who I want my wife to be, what kind of car I wanna drive. Give you a little secret. I want a Porsche 911, and I'm gonna get that Porsche 911 soon. But every single day, I visualize that Porsche 911. When I jump into my Tesla, I'm not jumping into a Tesla. I'm jumping into a Porsche 911, a Porsche 911. Excuse me, Porsche people out there. A Porsche 911, right? Like every time I'm driving, I see the steering wheel. I'm visualizing a Porsche symbol. Like you really have to be tapping into the matrix a little bit. Like on my home screen right now, I don't know where my phone at. Where my home screen right now is a Porsche, right? Look, every day I look at my phone, I see exactly what I want. Every single day, I visualize exactly what I want. Y'all think this is the stopping point for me? Y'all think this was the final vision that I have for my life? Absolutely not. This is just a journey. We just stopping by. We just stopping by. So you know it's gonna get better. I say all that to say is visualize the life you wanna live. Stop playing with your life. Life is moving fast. Let's jump into this vlog. Welcome back to the vlogs. Let's get into it. All right, good morning. It is 7:48 a.m. and right now I'm headed to go do a run. I think I'm gonna do the run at Echo Park instead of doing it on the bridge. Today we're going for about a 5K. Yeah, I think today we're going for a 5K. It's been a little second since I've done a 5K, but we're gonna try. At the very minimum, I'm definitely gonna try. So let's get into this run. Okay, 3 miles done. Not quite the 5K I wanted, but 3 miles done. I wasn't necessarily worried about the time, just the distance. Just kind of had the mental strength to like go there, not speed at all. So got it done. There's definitely some improvements that I need to make for sure, but I'm happy that I was able to get it done. Now let's get to the crib. I'm tired. Here's our breakfast: 4 eggs, strawberries, and about 6 pieces of sausage. Then I have my 30 grams of protein. Changing out this type of protein. I've had this before, but it's 30 grams of protein, 160 calories. Really like this. It tastes good. The Pure Life one, they only really have chocolate like at Costco in bulk. So just want to change this up, but also I've been getting a lot of comments about when it comes down to like skincare and stuff like that. And you guys have seen my journey. My skin is definitely looking a lot better. It's been about what, 3 weeks? It's been about 3 vlogs since I've kind of started this whole skincare journey. I'm trying to find more of a like non-dairy products, but I need that high value protein, right? And so what non-dairy protein shake can I get that has 30 grams of protein? Drop it down in the comments below, because I see a lot of like comments saying, hey, watch out for the dairy. Watch out for the whey protein when it gets into your system. Here's the thing, I hear you and I totally understand, and I'm all about the health and wealth and all that stuff like that, but help me find an alternative. Don't just say it, help me find an alternative, because what I've been seeing when it comes down to the taste and everything like that, texture, the vegan protein, I've tried a lot of them, are so grainy. They don't mix up well. Like I do not like it whatsoever. You guys have any opinions on that or any suggestions? Please let me know. Just don't say, yo, don't use whey protein. Tell me more. Like, I understand it gets in your system and all that stuff like that and it fucks up your skin, but tell me more. Like, give me a product. Anyway, so this is our breakfast today with a shake, doxycycline twice a day after a meal. And then so today is Tuesday. I really start my vlogs on Tuesday because Sunday and Monday are my rest days. I don't do nothing but watch football and just completely rest, because on Friday, Saturday, like I'm busy editing these vlogs. Even Thursday, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm busy editing these vlogs and busy putting out 2 pieces of content for you guys. So I am like up late at night, doing my thing, just trying to be consistent on that so I can give you guys good product. So today, November 5th, we'll find out who is going to be running this country. Some people have a lot of anxiety. I'm starting to see a lot of that around on social media. So we'll be watching tonight. But either way it goes, continue to live your life, continue to live your best life. Life is all about adversity and kind of navigating through it, no matter who wins tonight. Today is about editing content, planning out content. I'm also thinking about doing a gift guide coming up soon. We know we're in the holiday season. It kind of also really annoys me that everybody's trying to put up their Christmas tree. They completely skip over Thanksgiving. I'm actually going to go to the range today. That's what I should do. In 2 weeks, I'm going to go visit my dad, and I gotta do some other health checkups. But in 2 weeks, I'm going down to Miami and gonna play golf with my dad. And I haven't played in like, bruh, I just don't wanna stay in the house all day, honestly. Okay. All right, story time. So I know I've talked to you guys about my real estate journey, but not recently. I haven't talked to you guys about that maybe since like February or March. But I kind of want to give you guys kind of update on that and give you a little story time about my real estate journey, what I'm going through right now. So I own a triplex, first and foremost. I own a triplex in Pennsylvania. I took a chance on this tenant. It was supposed to be, and not to give you too much detail on a tenant, but it was supposed to be a grandfather and the grandson. The grandfather ended up submitting his credit and all that stuff like that, but he wasn't the one that was living in there. Cool, I'm fine, long as you're paying your rent on time, right? And so I noticed the rent was being paid the first month, maybe two, and then all of a sudden there was a lot of excuses going on. Oh, and then a lot of like bad checks being written. So the property management that I had before was still accepting these checks, and so these checks kept bouncing. Insufficient funds kept bouncing, so they kept getting late fees off of late fees, and they kept giving us excuses and not answering the phone and all this stuff like that. So finally I was like, yo, enough's enough. They gave me crazy excuses. I'm not gonna tell you here, but they gave me crazy excuses, and I said enough's enough. So they had moved in November, and then by February, I was like, let's not waste no time. Let's put 10-day notices on their door, because in PA it's a little different. You gotta do it a certain way. You can't just like get them up out of there. So if you guys are looking to be owners of properties and rent it out, like different states have different policies and how you're supposed to do it. You can't just kick people out. So, you know, for us, it was like 10-day notice, cool. So by the 10th day, they would pay, cool, then it resets, right? And then that kept going on until it stopped, right? I think about maybe like March, April, it just stopped. They stopped paying, stopped answering and stuff like that. July came around and we took them to court. And so when we took them to court, the court basically was like, hey, you need to pay the rent to us, and then, you know, you had to pay your back pay. They never paid the rent to the court. I'm telling you, the court system in PA is a little weird. So they never did that. And so they had been staying there and staying there and stay there. So finally we put a 30-day notice and said, you're done. And the only reason we were able to do this because their lease was ending at a certain period of time within like 30 days. And I said, I'm not gonna do this. So legally we're able to do that. And so October 31st is when they were supposed to get all their belongings out and until they move out. Now, my property manager went over there, he checked, and there's no one in there. There's no one in there at all. However, there's belongings that are there. And he emailed me and said, hey, listen, I hesitated on moving these belongings because they're of value. We don't want to get sued. So my biggest thing now is like, what do we do? Because at the end of the day, like, this particular situation is holding me back from like turning this property around and renting it out. And I want to do that before the winter comes in PA. When the winter comes in PA, nobody wants to move, right? So it's really important that I turn this thing around and so that I can get a new tenant in there. But they got I'm looking at it now, and I'm not going to show you, but they got TVs, chairs, the refrigerator is completely full, and they have a bed, crib, all this stuff is still in there. So I'm gonna call my property management and see what exactly it is we can do. For you guys that are looking to, you know, get into this real estate investing journey, this is the ups and downs about it. It's just not all about, I'm gonna get cash flow. Cash flow is great, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, cash flow at this property is great when it's full capacity. It is great, but it's a lot of work that goes into it, right? You have to sometimes manage the property manager. And that's why I'm with a new property management now, because my old property manager just didn't do what they were supposed to do. They just really didn't care. But if you're looking to do real estate investing, and whether it be flips, because I do flips as well, whether it be, you know, you buy a property and you rent it out, just know you have to go through this stuff. Not every renter is going to be bad. Not every renter is going to be good, you know, and you're going to have to deal with people that are either going to not pay you rent, not take care of your property. Like, it's a well-known fact. It's a well-known fact. And so let me see if I can get my property management on the phone right now. Hold on. So I just kind of wanted to brainstorm with you. What's the next step here?
Okay, right now, I mean, there is so much stuff in there that no normal person would leave behind.
Right.
I'm going to reach out, because the other thing is I looked around to see if they had left a key inside, and they did not, and see about giving them an opportunity to get that stuff out, because if we have to remove it, it's going to cost money. Keep you in the loop as soon as I get in touch with him.
That's that. It's really important to have a good property management, and the communication that you have with your property management is key. Mr. Craig is really great. He works for a big property management company that's well known in the US. So I'm really happy with my property management now, and he knows how I get when it comes down to tenants and them taking advantage of us and how we need to address it, right? And so just remember, if you're looking to invest in property, yes, it's cool to invest in property. Just know that one or two key factors is your property management and your tenant. Having a good property management goes a long, long way. Trust me on this, right? And I'll get into all of that other stuff in different other vlogs, but having a good property manager is key, and having that property management be able to relay your messages the right way, and the things that you want done the right way. The cash flow is amazing, but having a good property management in there to manage all of that, even better, even better. So I'm in West Hollywood, and I want to try this new spot called Mammy's. I ain't gonna make it, fuck it, the light. This new spot called Mammy's. It's an Italian street food type of sandwich, and it's supposed to be super dope. I've been actually waiting for this sandwich shop to open up for about maybe almost 6 months. They've been kind of teasing it. I think they have another location maybe in New York or something like that, but like, I've been waiting on this spot, and people have been saying it's really, really good. So we're gonna pull up. There's a little line right there. So we're gonna try to park, and we're gonna taste this sandwich and see what it's hitting for. All right, so I'm back, and I got the goods. It's heavy. It's really heavy. Oh shit. See, they messed up on the order. I didn't order all. What? I ain't going back in there. I ain't going back in there. I just got 3 sandwiches. I'm not going back in there. Y'all mess up my joint. Okay. So, I just came out of there. And so it took me, I got there about 2:15. It took me about, what time is it now? It took about 45 minutes to get this sandwich, or these sandwiches. I parked, I walked like 4 blocks just to get there. I stood in line. The line wasn't that long, as you can see, but it took a little longer than expected. Before I get into critiquing the actual place, let's get into the sandwich. I don't know what sandwich it is. It's 3 of them here. I'm not taking this back, y'all. Sorry. I'm not walking all the way back just to say y'all got this wrong, because they can't take it back anyway once I got it. So, anyway, all right, so let's see what we got. So I ordered one of these in here though, for real, for real. I can't believe I got 3 sandwiches now. What the fuck? Okay. So I got the arrow sandwich, right? I'll tell y'all what this looked like. This is what it looked like. It looked good now. Trust me, it looked good. And with sandwiches, I always gotta have a bag of chips. There's no way in this world that I'm gonna eat a sandwich without a bag of chips. It doesn't matter. If I don't have a bag of chips with my sandwich, guess what? I'm going to get it, and I'm going out my way to get it. Now, I don't even know what this is. Let me make sure I take a picture for the gram, because I gotta show them love too. My phone, man. What's on this sandwich? This is the arrow sandwich. Or Eros, I think it's Arrows. It's salami. It has artichoke cream, spicy roasted eggplant, and baby arugula. So it sounded pretty good. There's a lot of things on here on the menu that I was like, I'm gonna pass on that, I'm gonna pass on that. I'm just gonna try one of their easier, simpler sandwiches. Now this other one I got, Rimini. This one has, right here, this one has prosciutto, truffled cream, spicy roasted eggplant, and baby arugula with some oil. They all have a little bit of oil on there. I got another one over there too, but I'm just gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it. All right. So it's already 3 o'clock now, and traffic is already getting insane. So let me just give y'all a little taste. Give y'all a little taste of that right there. My boy Dre, what my boy Dre on TikTok be saying, greedy ass, That's good now, hold on. I ain't mad at that at all. That's good. That's good. Oh, let me wipe my mouth now. So the arugula is fresh. You can taste the artichoke spread, really good. The spicy eggplant got a little kick to it, fire. The salami, really good. Overall, this sandwich is probably gonna be like a 7 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I'm gonna go home. It's probably gonna take me about an hour to get home now, since traffic is already piling up. And then I'm going to eat the rest of these sandwiches, try the rest of them. We're gonna try when we get to the crib. They might not be as good, but it was worth it.
Back to the basics, been a lot of things, but I never been basic. Run around bases, came from the basement, never been shameless. So I got stay in the streets, get dangerous, so I might bang it. Don't like hanging, unless you family, please don't claim it. Like what you claiming, what you saying, what you bout and what you need. I'm at the house, ain't at the club. I'm really chillin' with my seed. I love my poppy, put me on. I'm really chillin' with OGs. Don't test my gangster, think I'm bitch made. We gon' fuck around. Tryna be here for a while in a good time, but we ain't stressed out, just good wine. When I look in the mirror, I look fine. Good people, times, and good wine.
All right, so I'm finally back home. Took a shower, was able to clean up the crib a bit, and now it's sunset. One of the great things about this place, and I'm so grateful for it, got the sunsets here in this apartment. It's amazing. Top tier, top tier. So what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night is I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna watch this Alabama LSU game. I'm gonna drink some wine and just relax. Listen, I've been playing Jay-Z in the background, but y'all can't hear it because, of course, I don't wanna get flagged. But I just wanna leave y'all with this. As we were talking about before, remember, you have to visualize the life that you wanna live. Whatever lifestyle that may be, you gotta visualize it. You gotta see it before you see it. Every week, I'm gonna check in with y'all just to make sure you out there visualizing the life that you wanna live. See it before you see it. And when you see it, live in it. Live in it. Don't worry about the reality. Live in it because it's gonna get you where you wanna be. And soon, you'll have everything you ever wanted. And when you get there, you'll be grateful that you're there, but you've seen it all before. So it's not a surprise because you manifested it and you visualized it and you've seen it before. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. But before I sign off, let me show you guys this sunset real quick. I mean, of course you can see it from right here, but let me show y'all. Look at this. I manifested this all. Everything that you see, everything that I see with my eyes right here, I've seen it all before. Every single thing. Right here. 10 years ago, I seen all of this before. So make sure you guys visualize the life that you want to live. It's your boy JB signing off for another vlog. See you guys in the next video next week. Peace.